SEM Nation. Before we get into this video, I got a question for you. There's people that love this run of X-Men, there's people that hate this run. That goes with anything, like any comic book run ever. People love it, people hate it. People are gonna love this video, some people are gonna hate this video. Comes with the territory. Like, people ask me if I like this run of X-Men. I'm like, I'm covering it. And I'm covering it for free because it's not like YouTube's paying me any damn thing. I mean, look at the subscriber count. And even if I had 1,000 subscribers, that doesn't guarantee that you're getting paid anything. But you guys ain't come for the business side of YouTube. You're here for the entertainment. My question is, are you okay with the X-Men killing Orchis? Not defeating Orchis, killing Orchis. They've been taking them out left and right. Now, considering what Orchis did to him, a lot of people think it's justified. Some people think it's not. Let me know in the comments where you stand. In saying that, if you're a person who's against killing, this ain't a comic book for you, so you might as well go ahead and click off. For the rest of you, my name is Dorian. This is SEM Comics. We are continuing our coverage of the Fall of House of X with X-Men number 33. So our story starts off, it says not too long ago, and you got Sebastian Shaw talking to his son, Shinobi, about how whoever wins this war, whether it be Orchis or the mutants, that's what side they're going to join. Which is right in line with Sebastian Shaw's character. I mean, I like it in X-Men Forever #1 when he's telling Xavier, like, look, you knew I was a rat when you brought me in, and a rat's going to do what a rat's going to do. Now, Shinobi is his adopted son, not his real son. Not saying that Sebastian Shaw don't got kids out there. I mean, the man was the Black King of the Hellfire Club for a long time, so he's probably like Tupac. He probably got around. I wouldn't be surprised if he got like 10 kids by like 8 different baby mamas out there. So I mean, Sebastian Shaw is probably like a entertainer or pro athlete, just got kids everywhere. Not saying all pro athletes and entertainers got kids like that. Like, let me just move on. So he's explaining to his son how he bought some beachfront property in Madripoor, a place where they can build a stronghold, hang out, and be safe while there's war going on. But there's some squatters that are sitting there right now, and he wants Shinobi to go, pretty much kick him out. So he was like, yeah, no problem. And I know just the people to call too. And he calls in the Reavers, who are synonymous with the Hellfire Club. I mean, Donald Pierce, that was his team right there, boy. And the squatters are the Morlocks, because that's Calypso that one of the Reavers is talking to. And I'm like, what in the hell? So make this make sense. The X-Men get murked by Orchis, and the survivors go to the Morlock tunnels, while the Morlocks go to Madripoor. Anyway, they're having a rough time because that's Calypso pretty much getting a boot to the face. Then we cut to Emma, who is the X-Men psychic DJ / commentator, to let everybody know what's going on around the world. And boy, they drew the hell out of Emma in this issue. I'm like,
Lord have mercy. The Lord is my shepherd. He know what I want.
So it's pretty much explaining how the Bloom has finally crashed down to Earth. So that's pretty much out of commission. She's also explaining how Hydra Cap, or Stevel, I prefer Stevel, was masquerading around as Captain Krakoa. He pretty much got found out at his day in court, and he got off. Why? Because he's a jackbooted Nazi. I mean, look at him. He looks like a jackbooted Nazi. And if you don't know what the hell I'm talking about, cards right there. Link will be in the description to the complete playlist of Uncanny Avengers. She's also explaining how Orchis has found their hideout in the Morlock tunnels, and they're going down there to pretty much try to exterminate them. But when they get down there, they're like, this is a waste of time. No, this is a trap. And then they put their flashlights of Wolverine hanging from the ceiling, and he's like, I think that's my line, bub. And on the next page, Miles have been straight out of like Invincible or The Boys, because you got blood flying everywhere, his claws going through people, slicing off hands, taking off heads. Like, okay, we might as well go ahead and have this conversation. Why have a character that has unbreakable claws that pretty much can cut through anything in the universe and have him not kill people? His tagline is literally, I am the best at what I do, and what I do is not very nice. When a guy's head flies off, that is not very nice and is in line with his character. So I like when this kind of stuff happens. I mean, even Emma's like, at these moments, it's good to have a Wolverine in your corner so he can do this. So then she goes, and I hear our friends in Madripoor need our help. Why can't you just say the Morlocks? And who does he send? Another killer, Shadowcat. And that's exactly what she starts to do, taking out these Reavers. So she frees Calypso. Calypso, as soon as she gets down, takes a knife and sticks it right in one of the Reavers' face. So she gets to the killing too. So then Shadowcat is asking why the Reavers are even here. And out of nowhere, Shinobi pops up and goes, I can explain that. And Calypso doesn't even bat an eyelash. She goes right for the kill when it comes to Shinobi, to the point to where Shadowcat has to pretty much use her powers so that Calypso faces right through him. But pretty much he starts to explain how Sebastian Shaw wanted them out so that he can pretty much hide a high value target of Orcus, which happens to be Dr. DeVoe. And Shinobi's pretty much like, you know what, I'm just going to go ahead and beat my father to the punch, and I'm going to flip on him. So Dr. DeVoe is on this freighter and he's headed here. So then we cut to that freighter. We see Dr. DeVoe just kind of standing there and he goes, "Tis, mutants, this will not do at all." And he has like a switch in his hand. And we see that it is a bunch of them. We got Sync, Emma, Magic, Forge, Wolverine, and Miss Marvel. And he's like, "I see I have been betrayed." Emma's like, Shadowcat's intel was right on the money. But then he goes, "Not completely unexpected." And he hits the button and Wolverine goes, "Oh crud." And pretty much he's opening up a portal to the negative zone. You see, the X-Men and Iron Man are the only superheroes that was going through some stuff. Fantastic Four was also going through some stuff with Orcus too, or should I say Damage Control, who works for Orcus. You see, the Baxter building pretty much got repossessed by Damage Control, who pretty much gave whatever's in there to Orcus. So this is Reed Richards' portal to the negative zone. So Dr. DeVoe's like, "I wanted to wipe the mutants off the face of the earth, but I guess I gotta settle by sending you lot to another dimension." So then Emma's like, "Magic, can you?" Magic's like, "I'm trying." And then Sync's like, "I'm using Jean's power to hold us in place, but barely." And then Emma's like, "I can't read Dr. DeVoe's mind. It's not human anymore." Omega Sentinel pretty much scooped all that out and turned him into a robot. So Miss Marvel grabs Emma like she's a cell phone and goes, "I need to make a long distance phone call." Emma reads her mind and goes, "I see, Miss Marvel. Well, your plan can't make things any worse." And she calls Dr. Doom. Now, if you're sitting there wondering why the hell Miss Marvel is even talking to Dr. Doom, cards right there, links in the description to X-Men number 29, I believe it was. So Victor, being Victor, pretty much is like, "This best be important, young lady." And Miss Marvel's like, "Hey, remember when you said if you needed help, just give you a call? Well, we need your help. We need the New Mutants." And Emma's like, "I don't think we agreed to calling them the New Mutants, because if you remember, Emma used to run the New Mutants." So she's like, "All right, Victor, let me fill you in on the details." And then Victor goes on a long speech, but in a nutshell, he pretty much goes, Dr. DeVoe did what? Deploy the X-Men of Doom. He sends Slag, Volta, and Nerium through a portal, and Volta wastes no time. She takes her spear and throws it right at Dr. DeVoe, and it goes right through. Slag and Nerium pretty much break up the negative zone machine, and now the X-Men are all safe. So Slag high-fives Miss Marvel. Miss Marvel forgot that he's molten lava and burns her hand. Somehow, someway, Dr. DeVoe is still alive and goes, "This can't be the end. Orcus must survive. I must survive." And then Volta pretty much takes her spear back and goes, "Well, you simply don't." So Wolverine is trying to get the X-Men of Doom to drop the Doom part and just become the X-Men. They're like, "Nah, that ain't happening." And Wolverine is like, "You know what? The best ones always say no. At least 2 to 3 times." So then Emma decides to go ahead and patch everybody in and talk to Cyclops right then and there. And he is getting his ass whipped by Nimrod. Like, you might as well call Nimrod the final boss, because he is beating down Cyclops like he is Cody Rhodes. So Emma's not really aware yet. She goes, "How things going, Cyclops?" And Cyclops like, "Dr. Gregor's dead." And was like, "Oh, another high value asset." He was like, "It's not what you think. It wasn't me. It was Nimrod." As you can see, Dr. Gregor still on the ground with her neck twisted the wrong way. So Nimrod's like, "Are you talking to mutants? Can they hear me? Better yet, can they feel this?" And he just starts beating him down again. I'm thinking to myself, Cyclops don't need this, man. Like, he already been through enough. Like, he don't need this ass woman. So Nimrod finally drops her and goes, "You know what? This don't even matter. Come follow me if you dare. Come to Sentinel City." And then Cyclops was pretty much filling him in on how, you know, the AI used Orcus, the human side of Orcus, to pretty much schedule a war between the human and mutant. So nobody looks up and see how Sentinel City is being built and how they're pretty much going to take over. Man, what the hell is going to happen next?